on the edge of that chalk line. I said put your toes on the edge of the chalk line, you slimy worm. 10, push! I don't believe what I'm seeing. Where you been all your lives? At an orgy? Listening to Mick Jagger music and bad-mouthing your country, I'll bet. You better stop eyeballing me, boy. You're not worthy enough to look your superiors in the eye. Use your peripheral vision. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, every time I say understand, I want the whole group to say, yes, sir. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know why most of you are here. We're not stupid. Before you get to sell what we teach you over at United Airlines, you got to give the Navy 6 years of your life, sweet pea. Lots of things can happen in 6 years. Another war can come up in 6 years. And if you're too peaceful a person to dump napalm on an enemy village where there might be women and children, I'm gonna find that out. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Chrissy the Slasher Dude, and
Caveman.
very cool to see you all again. Very happy Thursday, and rest in peace to Louis Gossett Jr. Man, it looked most like my dad than any actor I've ever seen. Acted like my late father than anyone I've ever seen. Yeah, that I have not seen that film all the way through, but I remember him from films like The Principal. He is very good in that. People don't mention the Punisher film with Dolph Lundgren. He played a really good part in there as his friend. Great actor, of course. Jaws 3D, all that great stuff. May you rest in peace. A great Oscar, great actor. First Oscar winner that category for a black man from him. Great stuff. I was going to put that clip in there, but I wasn't able to kind of get it the way I wanted it. Rest in peace, Louis Gossett Jr. Great actor. You will be missed.
Enemy Mine, if you've never seen that, Chris, that's really great.
Yeah, Iron Eagle, just all that stuff too. I just remember The Principal with that one kid. You want to play football, boy? And it's really good. Just going through what I watched in March, Where the Ides of March, where everything kind of changed a little bit in the physical media landscape. We know what happened. Best Buy kind of announcing that. That's why I said that. Beware the Ides of March, and we're kind of getting it. And just going through what I watched in March, quite a few. A lot of them are physical releases that I have. The other stuff I watched on streaming services and stuff. That's why I have my letterbox up, and we'll go through those as well. By the way, how you doing there, Guy? Tell us how everything's going with you.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just getting the antibiotics every 4 hours. But I feel fine. But this is just a procedure that they have set in place to, I guess, cover their butts for stuff that you can catch while you're in the hospital.
Yep, exactly. Let's see who's all in the chat here. Got a good turnout. Thank you all very, very much. Got 9 people in here right now. Really appreciate that. I put the link in the info bar for Horror YouTuber of the Month for May. Excuse me. I'm nominated again. It's a huge honor. I'd like to thank everybody very much for that. Again, I'm always very humbled when that happens. Like I said, I do this for passion, for the fun of it and stuff like that. It's a hobby. So I really appreciate that. And vote for whoever you want. Jason Ginger Ninja is part of that as well. Got some other great people that are nominated and stuff like that. And follow all their channels and check them out. Opens up this great community of people.
Yeah, but as Brad says, I'll be checking. And if you guys aren't voting for this guy right here, I'll get Brad to come get you.
I appreciate that. All right, there we got our fellow geeky cohort there, Jeff. What's going on, Jeff? Thanks for dropping in, saying hello. Appreciate that. Tiana, what's going on? I hope you're doing good. Of course, we got David from Faces for Radio. Always cool looking at stuff. I have to check out you by the numbers. Everyone's doing good. Blissful. Always cool to see you in here, sweetheart. Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Let's see here. Got Mr. Oates in here. Now we can officially begin. And yes, rest in peace to Mr. Louis Gossett Jr. Absolutely. And just everyone kind of saying hi. And of course, we got Corey from Wilkie's Movies and More. Great to see you in, Corey. Check out his channel. He's doing great stuff over there.
Yeah.
Good conversations that he has with all different YouTubers. It's very cool seeing that. Doing a great job over there, Corey. Keep it up.
He was also on Dell's movie swap this past week, or this past Tuesday. He was on that, so make sure you go back and watch the replay for that.
Sorry, movie swap with Dell. Great stuff there. And we got the pastor, aka the dealer here. What's going on, Brad? Yeah, man, guy is hardcore, definitely. Yeah, that's right. Like I say, got the fedora on and all this other stuff too. Yeah, he looks like one of the members of the family. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Brad. Thank you very much. That's why I'm coming back on here. It's like been on an AS for a little bit, but I'll fight this sickness to the death. Like my late father before me, I could give a shit. So it is what it is. So, but yeah, just going through the freaky shit that I watched. Shit's not for everybody. You know, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. It's some interesting stuff here, some bangers as always. And we're just going to get started here real quick. And we'll get a going with this here. First up, most trippiest giallo I've ever seen, directed by Renato Polselli. That's Delirium. So Delirium has an actor named Mickey Hargitay. If you recognize the last name of Hargitay, that's Mariska Hargitay's father. My mom mentioned this a long time ago. I remember, seeing her, of course, on Law and Order SVU. My mom mentioned famous parents, like acting parents, one of them being her dad. Dad was quite a good-looking dude, tall dude, basically follows this. He's a psychiatrist who happens to be a serial killer who kills women. And then there's this copycat going around. It's a trip of a giallo, has giallo elements in here. I'm sorry, Caveman, I don't think this is dubbed. So, but I don't think you need it. I think you can watch it without subtitles to kind of know the plot of what's going on, because there's a lot of trippy WTF stuff going on in here. But I recommend it. It's a good trip of it. Specifically the ending, I'm like going, whoa, what the hell's going on? But it might be dubbed. Let's find out. Good release by Vinegar Syndrome, too. A lot of people like to shit on Vinegar Syndrome, whatever. Check your mentions about that. Yeah, just subtitle. Like I say, unfortunately, a lot of giallos just got I can show the reverse cover for this. So that's kind of what you're getting. So kind of little S&M type stuff, the dreaming and whatever like that. So, oh my goodness. And yeah, we got Pop's Movie Dungeon in here. Hey, what's going on, Alan?
Hey, Alan.
Yeah, Guy's doing good, man. Yeah, we're all rooting for Guy like Goku does with the Genki Dama, man. We all give him back our energy and shit, so he can make the Genki Dama. But that's Delirium. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars. And yeah, if you like giallos and you want to try kind of something different, only Vinegar Syndrome would bring this out. But yeah, that's Delirium. So we also got Sean here for Cinephile Sanity. What's going on, Sean? I was on that watch along with him last night. Him and Gordon. So yeah, doing all good there. And yeah, everybody's in the house here. Next up, this will put hair on your chest and make you a man. That's James Caan and Thief, directed by Michael Mann. Soundtrack from Tangerine Dream. This soundtrack makes a good portion of the movie, in my opinion.
Hair on your chest and hair on your shoulders.
Yeah. Like James Caan, hair everywhere. Basically, James Caan plays ex-con, who's a thief. He steals diamonds. Specifically, James Belushi, right, is in here. Playing his I think this is one of his first roles as well, or one of his first roles. I know Blues Brothers and all that other stuff too, but it's a really good he plays a good part in here. Willie Nelson is in here for like a few minutes. playing the guy who kind of taught him how to do that. This is a very deep film. I like it a lot. Very, very good. There's a scene, where he's cracking this safe, all this smoke and stuff going around. It's very Michael Mann. He plays a part in here as a lawyer. I always thought that was very interesting. Highly recommend Thief if you've not picked this up from Criterion. It's probably one of the best releases they've come out with, in my opinion. It's a great release, great special features on here. But that's Thief.
It's got Jim Belushi.
Jim Belushi, thank you. Yeah, I'm the dumbass. I keep on forgetting.
Tuesday Weld. It also has Dennis Farina. Really
yes,
young.
Dennis Farina. Yeah, in the small part, I had to look at that. I'm like, is that him? Yeah, it is. What is it? The one scene?
This is on for everybody if they just want to try it before they buy the Criterion or whatever. I mean, I would highly recommend buying that Criterion during the Criterion sale.
Yes.
But it's also on Pluto and Tubi. And usually when it's on Pluto and Tubi, lots of times it's also on YouTube as well for free to watch.
That's very true. Yeah, James Caan was a very hairy person. Great actor. He has a great conversation with her, like in the diner. Of course, that one scene where I believe Belushi's character gets put in an acid bath. And then you get that conversation. Not for me. You wouldn't have her. Not for me. You wouldn't have your child. You have your child because of me. It's a great scene. Stuff you can't say anymore. It's definitely not PC, but that's okay. It's a great film, so I highly recommend it. Next up, Mr. Walker, I know, loves this film. That's Blood Feast by Herschel Gordon Lewis. 1963. This is a proto slasher. Basically, this dude he runs this shop, and this mother comes to him and wants this birthday party feast for his daughter, or for her daughter, and he goes, "I'll do this special feast. It'll be like a great Egyptian feast and all this other stuff." Turns out he's a serial killer. He's killing these women. He's sacrificing them to this god called Ishtar, who's they say it's an Egyptian god. That isn't true. It's Persian, I believe. But anyway, it's okay. If you have never seen Herschel Gordon Lewis stuff, I would highly recommend checking this out. This also comes with another film in it. Actually, yeah, his name's Fuad Ramses. So that's all you kind of need to know about that. But it does come with another film in here. I do plan on getting the rest of Herschel Gordon Lewis's stuff. But yeah, this dude was the king of gore when gore wasn't even thought of in the 60s. This film is way ahead of its time. It is a slasher, in my opinion. Done very well, but that's Blood Feast. Have you ever seen that, Caveman?
No, it's horror. So.
It's not as bad as you might think it is. Like I say, it's 63, but to me, it's ahead of its time. There's gore moments that they put in there that I'm like, whoa, they actually did that. So you might actually be impressed with it if you can find it on streaming service.
It's on Tubi and Plex.
Yeah, so there you go. Like I said, he's done other films and stuff like that. And this is a good release from Arrow. Like I said, it comes with 2 films on here and a good documentary on Herschel Gordon Lewis. So it's very, very cool finding out more about him. That's what I like about these Arrow releases, what have you. If they come with special features that talk about the actual person, it's very cool to know. Hey, what's up, Joseph, the horror guy? Hey, no problem, man. Seen him in chats. Very cool person. Definitely check out his stuff like that. It's all good. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, have fun with that one. Yeah, you have a good Thursday too, my friend. Next up, Sergio Martino's The Case of the Scorpion's Tail with Anita Steinberg. This is English dub, Caveman. You would probably like this one. Anita Steinberg. Oh, my goodness. Wow. So Dirk really likes her as a Giallo queen, basically. I can see why. She's full frontal in this a lot. So it's more of that. Yes, please. It's a good thriller. It's like this inheritance. It's this inheritance theme scheme a little bit. The husband of this woman, I forget her name, dies in this plane explosion, which looks to be like a model plane. It looks kind of funny. And then this one dude plays an insurance agent trying to figure out what really happened with that, if it was a setup. That woman dies, so someone kills her. It's a good cat and mouse type of a game. It's a good thriller. It is a giallo. Takes place in multiple locations. It's a good giallo. I really like Sergio Martino. He's a very good director. He's done a lot of other things too. Of course, Torso is my number one from him. He's kind of like, no one can kind of compare to Dario Argento with his stylized films that he does. But Sergio Martino does a different type of stylized stuff. Sergio Martino is more of like a sexy type director. He can do kind of stuff that makes stuff look very sexy in this. I like the ending to this film. I think I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's a good one. Not his best, but I really like The Case of the Scorpion's Tail. I highly suggest you check that out.
It's on Tubi.
It is on Tubi. Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, you can find a lot of the stuff on Tubi. Yeah.
I don't know if you can do the audio or change the listen to.
It's English dubbed, so it is an English dubbed film and stuff like that. That's how I usually do them too, Guy. If I don't have to watch, it really depends. If I want to see the original Italian cut of that, So, So, all right, Darren, what's going on, my friend? Thanks for coming in, saying hi from the other side of the pond, the world, the moors. We get him, fellow slasher dude like myself. Very cool. Dudes, I totally found a Super Minty Bone Collector VHS from 25 cents yesterday. Hell yeah, there, Jeffrey. Very cool. Did a good video today on his unboxing of those new headphones that he got.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. We got Bob's Blu-rays. What's going on, Bob? Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Yeah, coming in to say what's up to Guy, making sure he's okay. He's like, where the hell's he at? You got to find out what's going on with them. So thank you, Bob. It's good to see you back, my man. He's just cranking out content now. I like the competitions that he does. It's a good change of pace. So good job there, Bob. And like what I just watched and stuff like that. That's a good program.
If you didn't see it this past Tuesday, he did what he watched for recommendations. 10 recommendations.
Adam, the movie hunter. Yeah.
So those are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, very cool. So good to see these people back doing back content and stuff like that too. Makes this awesome community a better place in the end. So all right, let's keep on going down the gravy train. Next up, I talked about this on the Something Freaky. This is Umberto Lenzi's Eyeball. This is a slasher with giallo elements in here. Basically, these tourists in this, I forget what country they're in. They're basically being picked off one by one by this killer in like an all-rain smock and stuff like that, all red, including the mask part of that. So they keep that covered. I always thought that was pretty cool. Good kind of kills in this. Different from Umberto Lenzi. This, of course, is dubbed and stuff like that too. There's some crazy kind of stuff going on here. So it kind of goes, back and forth like that. But it's a fun one if you like slashers. And I do like Umberto Lenzi. I don't think he gets talked about enough as being an Italian director, because he did a lot of stuff. He did Policio Testi stuff. He did giallos. He did horror. He did Cannibal Ferox. I mean, he's done this stuff too. He did some stuff with Carol Baker too. But I highly recommend this one. I think I give this 4 out of 5 stars, probably because it's more of a slasher wise. There's a good kill that's in this. It's like this funhouse like ride thing. She comes out and stuff like that. So good kills in here. One funny one. So. But yeah, that's Umberto Lenzi's Eyeball. I recommend this one.
I think it's in Italy or Spain.
Yeah, Spain. There's like a shady priest in here. They like to do that in these films. I like who the killer. I thought maybe I did know who the killer was and stuff like that. I'm not that good. I'm not at the Dirk level yet where I can know who it is. I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse in the film. But I do like the twist at the end of that. So that's very cool. Hey, Russell, what's going on? Russell Collier here in the house. Very cool, dude. He got the beard and stuff going on like you too there, Caveman. He got the good shit going on there. So.
Well, we were called the ZZ Top Crew the other night.
Yeah, that's right.
in
So,
Texas.
so it worked pretty good. Let's see here. Keep on going here real quick. Next up, a movie that really surprised me, The Brain, Mind Over Matter. Canadian independent film, you can say. That's basically what it is. It's this self-help guru. This guy on my right, I guess who was in Reanimator. He's like, all these kids are like, it's like a TV type station just showing them, almost like all a Videodrome a little bit, where he's like all going, your kids are like doing bad stuff. They're doing drugs. They're doing all this other stuff. Just take them here and we'll help them out. We'll cure them. You know what I mean? And so this these one parents take this kind of genius son of theirs and send him there. Then you figure out there's some shady stuff going on. It's a good opening scene with this this girl where it's like all in her mind. You figure out it's this creature right here, almost a la Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit, like going into her head, making her kind of do these things. Good kind of kills there. It's a fun one. Like I said, if you haven't checked this out, I highly recommend The Brain. Good horror. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars. I know it was like a cult following on VHS. There's a good special feature on the Scream Factory disc where it talks to this guy who like literally has like almost every copy of The Brain on like VHS and stuff like that too, of where he's found it. So a very cool, interesting story about this. It is a Canadian film, so it's done in Canada during Christmas time, by the way. So if you want a fun time, I highly recommend The Brain. Good soundtrack to this too. I like it a lot. Good kind of practical creature effects too. And The Brain's kind of funny.
It's on Prime, the Freevee service. It's on Prime.
Yeah,
The
very
Brain.
cool.
And also, I posted a link for Eyeball. It's
You
on
did?
YouTube,
Yeah, I
on
saw
YouTube.
that.
So
Yeah, like I say, Tubi has a few Lenzy stuff there as well. Like there's another one that Dirk and Darren kind of reviewed a little bit. It's like one of his horror films, I guess. So next up, when I did for the Something Freaky, this double set from Scream Factory, Visiting Hours and Bad Dreams. First up, Visiting Hours. This might be Michael Ironside's best performance. Visiting Hours is kind of a feminist film in a good way. It follows a reporter. I guess she's kind of like a beat reporter. It starts out, she's having this interview with this lawyer about a case, and she's kind of defending the defendant, like going, do you know what he actually did and all this other stuff, kind of arguing with him. William Shatner is in this as well, in a more toned down role as her kind of like love interest a little bit like that. They have like a cool argument. It's like going, why are you saying this stuff like that? She goes, it basically needs to be said. Michael Ironside is basically a serial killer in this. He basically hates everything she stands for. That's my interpretation of it. You find out his backstory. He has mommy issues in a different sort of way. There's good kind of flashbacks to what his mental state is. It does take place in a hospital. Her house gets broken into by him. He molests her, supposedly. You kind of don't see that, but he kind of hurts her. And then he goes back and tries to get her again. And that's where the thriller aspect comes for this. This is a very, very good film. I really like Visiting Hours. Probably the best hospital film, thriller, slasher probably ever made. But I highly recommend Visiting Hours. I think I gave this 4 out of 5 and a heart, maybe 3.5 out of 5. It's very good. It's highly rewatchable to me. And Michael Ironside is like menacing in this, so I like it a lot. The second one on this one is Bad Dreams. Bad Dreams is a fun one. It follows a cult leader who he's taking this ladle and pouring it on his followers. That turns out that what's in that label isn't like water, it's gasoline. And he sets the whole place ablaze. He's a holier than thou art type of person, you know. It's like, we're doing this for the Lord and all this other stuff. And
just set it there. Thank you.
And he dies, but this one woman survives. she's been in a coma for all this time, and she wakes up in this hospital type place where these people with these it's almost like a psychiatry wing of the hospital. She wakes up from her coma. They put her in this group, and because they're trying to get her memory back of what happened with this cult, who was responsible for the fire and whatever like that. And then these killings start happening where it looks like it's the ghost of the cult leader, because she sees the vision of him, and he is played by the main character of Cynthia is played by Jennifer Rubin, and the sect leader is played by Richard Lynch. Richard Lynch was in Invasion USA, I believe. He plays the vision. He has like long kind of white hair in this one. Very menacing part. She sees him in like the elevator, sees his vision. It's a good kind of twist at the end of this film. Good kills in here. I actually like Visiting Hours more than not Visiting Hours, Bad Dreams more than I thought I would. I think I gave it like 3 out of 5 stars and a heart. But I recommend this double set if you can still get it. But definitely for Visiting Hours. And yeah, Bad Dreams is a good extra for here because they both take places in hospitals. So yeah, definitely check out Bad Dreams. I do like it. And I do like the ending. Also, let's see.
I posted a link for Visiting Hours.
Yeah, Bruce Abbott is in here too from Reanimator. Yeah, he's in here. Andrew Fleming directed this, who directed The Craft. Gail Ann Hurd, who so I guess a producer in The Terminator and The Walking Dead as well. So an interesting cast of producers and stuff like that in here. So I'm glad I have this release. And yeah, Bad Dreams. Yeah, it's a fun one. Really trippy scene with a couple. They go near where this huge fan turbine is at and stuff like that. It's pretty twisted. I have to admit. So fun stuff though. Yeah, Michael Ironside is great in Visiting Hours. Very true. He's very menacing. Very creepy. But yeah, he's definitely plays the serial killer part quite well. Thanks to Caveman too for linking the thing for Visiting Hours. That's why I have him here, man. He'll show you where the link. Haven't seen it? Here you go, right there. Got the dealer stuff going. So keep the rapid pace going here. AKR. Next up, David Cronenberg's Rabid. So it took me a long time to finally watch this one, I guess. Basically follows this woman. Let's see. Marilyn Chambers, adult film star. She plays this woman. Her and her boyfriend get in this motorcycle accident. And she gets taken to this cosmetic surgery hospital. So they decide to do this special surgery on her or something like that. She gets something, think shivers, and then something parasitic. I almost consider this like a vampire film, but it's kind of not. She gets this parasitic thing in her neck. You don't kind of know that at the first at the kind of start of this. She wakes up from her comatose state. One of the patients goes to see her. She goes through like a thing. Oh, I'm so cold. I need someone to hug me and stuff like that. She hugs this dude. And then that's how she spreads this disease. Basically, it's these. She spreads it. She's a carrier. She ends up escaping from that cosmetic hospital, you can say, and starts spreading this rabid disease, the sickness to other people. It becomes an epidemic. It's a really good film by David Cronenberg. I highly recommend this one. This is almost a grindhouse feel to it. A great ending to this. This is classic David Cronenberg. It's very good. Yeah, exactly. There, Russell. She's basically like definitely like a vampire. Yeah, I love the effects. It's very good for its time. I highly recommend Rabbit. I heard the remake's pretty good too. Didn't his son do the remake? I believe. Brandon Cronenberg. You may have to correct me on that, chat. But this is a good release by Scream Factory. Classic original artwork there in the back. You know, that's one of her victims, basically. So it's a good one. Good release from Scream Factory. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars in a heart, but yeah, highly recommend Rabid. If you like this kind of stuff, but it's good. It's a good one. Have you seen Rabid there, Caveman?
No, I found the link. I posted a link for Rabid, and I think I'll probably check it out. It's
a messed up scene with one of the dude's friends, because the boyfriend tries to find out what happens to her. He does, and then his friend who's helping him out and stuff like that. There's a disturbing scene in the house that he lives at when he drops him off. That's all I'm going to say about that. It's pretty damn disturbing because there is a baby involved in that. They don't go that extreme with it, but there's something, yeah. So it's very good. That I did not know. CM Punk's an interesting cat as an actor. I know he was in another film too, horror type film. I need to kind of check him out. I actually like Phil Brooks. I think he could probably be a good actor if he, does it correctly. You just got to put him in the right stuff.
Titan remake.
Titan is a film done by a trippy kind of director. I know Brad on his channel kind of reviewed that. It
was 2019. That the remake was done in 2019.
Oh yeah, and but yeah, that's Rabid, like I say, it's
that's on Peacock.
Oh yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, the Rabid remake.
Like I said, Cronenberg is Canadian, of course, like that. Yeah, that's it. Cronenberg's is Canadian and stuff like that. So a lot of these were done in Canadian studios, what have you, like that. So, but yeah, when he was good, he was good. So, but that's Rabid. Let's just keep on going. I mentioned this one on the Freaky. Ladrones de Tombas. Grave robbers. Grave robbers. Mexican slasher. Love it to death. Unfortunately, sorry, guy. This is done in Spanish. It has subtitles on that. That's okay. It's basically done during the Spanish Inquisition. That's where it starts. This executioner is killed because he's drawn and quartered almost on this torture rack, and then he's killed because he's trying to do this this ceremony with this woman. Says you're going to give birth to my child, which is basically going to be the Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. And then it comes back to modern day, you can say. This was done in the mid to later 80s. And these grave robbers, these friends, decide to go to this grave site because that's what they do. They dig these graves up, get the jewelry, and then resell them. This is done in Mexico, so you kind of get that atmosphere. You have the farms, you have everything like that. That's what I really like about this. And a good gothic atmosphere. So they basically find this tomb. They slide down into this tomb. They're like, whoa, we hit the mother lode here, right? Then they find the tomb like every tropey slasher does. They find the tomb. They find this axe in this crypt with this. And the guy who plays the executioner, big dude. He's a big dude. So they picked a good character to play him. They take his jewelry, then they take the axe. They're like, yeah, let's take this axe. This badass looking axe. Let's take it. It's pouring down rain. They try to get away. That doesn't happen. Then they figure out something took the axe. Somebody took the axe, and then it just starts from there. Great kills in here. It almost you mix some Evil Dead in with this and stuff like that, but it's a fun slasher. I loved it a lot. Grave Robbers is a banger. I know Vinicio, the horror cholo, loves this film. So do I. The slasher dude approves of Grave Robbers. This was a good release. I think this slip is out of print, of course, like that, but it's a great release by Vinegar Syndrome. Great extra on here talking to the director.
How do you spell that title, Chris?
Just put Grave Robbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just do Grave Robbers. And like, you know, they say it there, but directed by Ruben Gialdino Jr.'s, who also did another one that was up on my Freaky as part of my stack, Don't Panic. So that's another one, which is a Ouija board type looking thing, it looks like. So good extra with them talking to him about his films. A Grave Robbers, Russell. And whoops, that in upside down. But this is a great release. This might be close to one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome releases. So it's very very up there. But yeah, that's Grave Robbers. If you love slashers like I do, the Slasher Dude approves. Yeah, that's Grave Robbers. Highly recommend it. I gave that 4 out of 5 in a heart. So very good stuff. Hey Reed, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, it's awesome to see Spicy 4K Accione. There you go. If I want to say it in Spanish, Accione. And there's Fish. What's going on, Fish? Yeah, it's good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Just talking about the freaky stuff that I watch. I'm a very disturbed person. It is a sickness, but you know, that's okay. Like I said, if I ever get a girlfriend and stuff like that, I'll bring her over here and stuff like that and be like, hey, you want to watch something like this and stuff like that? It'd be a good time, you know, some family films, you know, shit like that. Be good stuff there. Yay, there you go. Boy, guys just going off today. I love it, man. Rapid pace. That's right. Absolutely. So very, 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 very good. Got a little drag strip, it seems, on the outside of my apartment there. Next up is one I got at Big Lots. Going to rep the Big Lots all day. I'll rep Big Lots all day. My birthday is coming up. They sent me a nice email, you know. So 10% off of that stuff. But if you have a Big Lots, go in there and check out their physical media section. It'll just be a little kiosk, whatever they have, you know, if you can find it. I know some don't have them, but that's
when is your birthday, Chris? Because April's turning into be a pretty big YouTuber birthday month.
It is.
Huck his birthday is April 10th, and Sean's is April 19th.
Mine's April 16th.
April 16th.
Yep, April 16th. So kind of right in the middle there. Hey, Texas Hardcore in the house. What's going on, Texas? Badass. Yeah. That was great. Yeah. Great first stream that y'all did. Very cool, man. You could be the tag team champions. You know what I mean? You just have to find out a name. Very, very cool. Yes, Big Lots is amazing for frugal buys. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very, very cool. Next up, yeah, like I said, got this at Big Lots and stuff, and I know Brad really likes this one. Out of the Furnace with Christian Bale and Woody Harrelson. This is an all-star cast. Zoe Zanchel, I believe you call her, and Forrest Whitaker, and yeah, all-star cast of people. Christian Bale plays this, and then Casey Affleck, very good actor. I don't think he gets talked about enough. And Christian Bale's one of my all-time favorite actors. I love this motherfucker. He does great stuff. Basically, he plays the steel worker who's going out with, you know, with Zoe's character. He happens to be his brother, played by Casey Affleck, is military. And their father is like really, really sick. And he works in the steel mill. I forget where this is out and about. Chat, you may have to tell me because I forget what city this is based off of. Basically, his brother is basically what happens is he has like a drink or something like that. He's driving home one night and then he crashes. He rams into somebody and stuff like that. It's not good. He ends up going to prison, and then he gets out. He finds out basically that Casey Affleck is doing these street fights for money. William Dafoe, is in this as well, playing the guy that's trying to set him up for these fights. He's telling him, don't do it. And Woody Harrelson is an evil, sadistic son of a bitch in this. Great actor. The opening scene with him is disturbing enough as it is. he gives two shits. William Dafoe warns Casey's character. He warns when Christian Bale gets out, his brother comes, picks him up. Father passed, and all this other stuff too. But he says, I have no choice to make ends meet. He goes through his tours and stuff like that anyway. He's trying to do these fights. Bale's character finds out about it. And Casey's character wants the bigger fights for a bigger payday. And Woody Harrelson's character does these tournaments. And it's very dark, very seedy type stuff. Very good. It's very good. I like it a lot.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I saw Brad and chat there. Yeah, it takes place in the Rust Belt outside of Pittsburgh.
I was looking at that.
But basically, Defoe's character describes them as backwater type people. Like, they're way up there in those hills and stuff like that. People you don't fuck with, And it's a very good film. The ending was okay. I like an alternate ending to it, but it's a good film. I like it a lot. It's a good drama, good revenge film and stuff like that. And it's Christian Bale, and everything I've seen Christian Bale in has been money. So I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. I highly recommend this. I've been talking to Corey for his conversation. When I eventually do it with him, me and him can talk about this film and stuff like that too. But I really do like it. That's out of the furnace. Yeah, all good, Texas. Thanks for dropping by, saying hi. Really appreciate it. Got a good turnout here. Really like it. Thank you all very much. It's basically because Guy is here. I understand it. He's the breadwinner here. Got to make sure he's all good, man.
They didn't know I was going to be here.
Just bringing in here and stuff like that. But it's a good crime drama type of a thing. Woody Harrelson is great in this. One of his better parts and stuff like that. Specifically with these two in a film and stuff like that. It's very cool. But yeah, I highly recommend you check this out. Never seen it. Sounds good. Yeah, check it out, Russ. Corey, never available next and stuff like that. We'll plan stuff. You're a very busy man, so have all time in the world. So Wilson's character is actually from Western New York. Yeah, Western New York. That's right. Something just looks like different from him because I haven't seen him play a role like that before. He's kind of played more. Because I remember him from Cheers, and then, Natural Born Killers, of course. Spoiler, I have not seen that all the way through. I know he's pretty sadistic in that one. But, in that one, he's just very dark, shady person, I mean, there's a scene when they think they have him cornered and stuff like that. And he's shooting heroin, I think, in his foot or something like that. And he's just like going, yeah, and all this other shit. It's like, whoa, okay. So, he can definitely get into character. Next up, something else I watched for a Slasher Saturday. I put the poll up. Expect a new Slasher Saturday on Saturday because I'm going through them. The one that got the most votes for that one was Final Exam. I know this has a love-hate relationship with the community. It's at Lanier College, a semester is almost over. Exam week is coming to a close when some upperclassmen play a prank by staging a phony terrorist attack. But the next moment of the excitement at the school won't be a prank. It's an independent type of a slasher. Unfortunately, this is a bare bitch bones release from Scream Factory. I would have liked more on here. They don't talk to the director of this film, probably because the director maybe wanted nothing to do with this. It is a fun one. It is kind of funny. Some of the kills are funny, but it's a fun slasher. I think I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars and a heart and stuff like that too. I do love my slashers. I have to admit, it's like a prank where it shows this van pulling up in the middle of campus and then just bringing out these like machine guns and just shooting a bunch of things. But it's more paintball guns and stuff like that. So it's a fun one. These actors, they just pulled out of the woodwork, except for one in particular. there's a good kill with one of the workout equipment machines. So the thing is, what kind of gets me here is they show who the killer is a little bit. And I'm like, you couldn't even put a mask on him. So I'm like, okay, just be like, but other than that, it's a fun slasher. So definitely we'll come back to it. Blissful saying, thank you for dropping the links. I think Violent Sam is a good Halloween ripoff. I can agree with that. There's some funny stuff in there, but there's some also the dude that plays the nerdy character. He's a funny actor. The way he runs like a nerd, basically. That's all I'm going to kind of say about that. But yeah. Final Exam. It's a fun one. And it's one of the earlier slashers too. So. Oh, yeah. That's what VPNs are for. That's why I like a lot of the bigger channels, like, oh, God, I forget his name. His name is Darren Van Dam on his channel. Coolest name in the world, by the way. Flix Connection. He advertises VPNs all the time. Like I say, for Netflix accounts and stuff like that, too.
Right.
You want to do that for stuff that you can't check out, here. You can check them out there. Because different streaming services in different countries have different content. So, check that out too. But, yeah, thanks, K-Man, but so many. Oh, yeah, it's no problem. So, put them on the wish list, That's how I usually do it. Next up, this is a future Terror Tuesday. So I'll just talk about this a little bit, then I'll do my research for the Terror Tuesday. But yeah, it's about damn time. That's American Psycho with one of my favorite actors, Christian Bale, playing Patrick Bateman, a Wall Street type of a guy. He worked for a hedge fund company. One of, if not his best role as this character, the way he narrates his life, the way he narrates everything, basically he thinks everybody is a piece of shit. It's a great scene when he picks up these, I'll call them working girls here or hookers, picks up this one, puts her in the limo, picks up this other one, says, okay, your name is this, your name is that, starts talking about Phil Collins, the coolest stuff ever, just the way he talks, the way he acts. The ending I did not see coming at all. The way he breaks down, the scene at the ATM machine, we've all seen this, with the cat. He picks up the cat, and then the ATM machine says, what, feed me cats, I think, in his twisted, fucked up mind. It's so good. Good kills in here. There's a scene with a chainsaw with him all bloodied and stuff like that with a chainsaw, all a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where the woman is running down the stairs a little bit, and he happens to drop the chainsaw. That's all I'm going to say about that. Probably one of the greatest kills in movie history, in my opinion. It's a great film based off the book by Edward James, by Mr. Ellis, who, if Bob's Blu-rays is still here, also did a book called Less Than Zero, which I know he loves that film. The film with Robert Downey Jr. does not depict the book at all, for what I hear, but it's kind of close. Of course, Rules of Attraction, all this other stuff too. If you have not seen American Psycho, watch it. This might be top tier. This might get top tier film of all time for me. I just really like it a lot. The Blu-ray is actually just fine. The 4K for this is okay. You could maybe expect a better transfer, but it's not the best transfer in the world specifically for this film, but it does work. Great special features on here. They talk to everybody, but it's a great film. That's American Psycho.
It is available to stream on Peacock. I agree with everything you said, Chris, about the movie. But if you want to see his best work, have you ever seen The Machinist?
I have not. That's where he's like uber skinny, right? That's when he's like, yeah, because he literally didn't eat, right? I heard, yeah.
The Machinist is like his.
That's kind of top tier performance, huh? Yeah. When you can do that, I have to admit, when you can do that, when you can make, get yourself skinnier than me, you know what I mean? It's like, That's like literally like eating like nothing. I think they talked to him about that too, of what he was eating. You know, it's like eating salad, right? Which is basically water. You know, lettuce is straight lettuce, like iceberg lettuce is water. So he can just go through that like crazy. It's like it's nuts. Yeah, American Psycho is a masterpiece. Very true. Blissful agrees with Darren. I do have the book, Corey. I have not read it yet. The book is really, the critics dogged the fuck out of the book. And Ellis came out and said it. You know, it is a feminist book, right? You do understand that, right? I mean, in the film, the male characters are perceived to be narcissistic shitheads. You know, they seem to be dumb as hell. They're doing cocaine. They're doing all this stuff. I almost thought one of his yuppie buddies was Wings Hauser, but that's not correct. I forget the actor's name. You know who I'm kind of talking about, Caveman, because I've seen him in other stuff. He was in Too Fast, Too Furious. He played that drug dealer. He's a good character in here. This does have deleted scenes where it's really funny. Like there's this one scene in this nightclub where he's talking to Defoe's character, who's also in this, playing a very good detective, where he's talking to him, where there's no music playing, right? So they're trying to bounce around and head bob with the music. It's fucking great. But yeah, highly recommend American Psycho. I can't give this a 10 out of 10. I cannot do it. It's a 9 out of 10, solid 9 out of 10.
Got Jared Leto.
Jared Leto, probably one of his best performances too. This is what he's meant for. He's meant for playing those parts. It's like he just is. He's meant for playing those parts. Not a main lead type of a guy, unless you want to put him in something that's different.
Chloe Savino, Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, all-star cast.
Josh Lucas and Justin Theroux.
Yeah, one of the special features, like one of the deleted scenes is like, no, in the film, he's like on top of her, wanting her to, you know, give him a nice BJ, and she's like, what do you want me to do with that? Floss with it? And I was like cracking the fuck up. I'm like, dude, that is the greatest shit you'll ever see. Reese Witherspoon is a fucking savage. I mean, good for her. I mean, it's really, really, really good. But yeah, that's American Psycho. I think I prepped that film enough. Last but not least, up for what I've watched physical wise, I've seen this one before. That's Don Casarelli's original Phantasm, the first one. What can you say about this film? It's a great one. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. I do have this is the collection of the films, so this comes with all of them. So I still need to see. I've never seen 2 through Ravager, so I've never seen those ones. So the first one, of course, is a classic. I have the Steelbook Blu-ray of it, but it's you know, what can you say? The tall man. I always said with my receding hairline and shit like that, you know, I'm about 6'4", tall, drink of water and stuff like that. Of course, the tall man being played by Angus Grimm. Game's Over, boy. It's a good film. It's a trippy film and stuff like that. There's a lot of interpretations of this film you can make, but of course, that's Phantasm. Like I said, that's been talked to the ground too. But underrated franchise from the director, because he did. Oh, damn. Yeah, he got super, super skinny for that. Holy shit. It doesn't even look like him.
Yeah, he's unrecognizable.
That's almost dangerous. They had to have given him like vitamins or something like that too. Well, he knows how to do it because he's a good looking dude. I mean, like American Psycho, him being the narcissistic asshole that he is, you know, working out and all this other shit, you know. So
it's on Paramount Plus. I'm going to check.
It was on Netflix for a little bit too. I do recognize it. I remember renting Phantasm when it came on VHS, took it home, it copied it. Yeah, that's what you usually did if you had those things. Yeah, the book is darker, long read. A lot. I am kind of a closet booktuber and stuff like that because I have that book. I have a shitload of like disturbing and horror books. That's been in a lot of people's top 10 most disturbing reads is American Psycho. Because it can be, like I said, it goes to dark places that the film can't go to. So I mean, it's really really a dark film. Okay, now get to go to my letterbox here. Then we will check out the other stuff that I watched on streaming services or what have you, that I'll talk about a little bit here. So let's see here. We will share that. There we go. Cool. Perfect. All right. So this bad boy I saw on Tubi, Brawl in Cell Block 99, Vince Vaughn, directed by S. Craig Zahler, who also did another film I'm going to talk about here in a minute. Interesting cast of characters in here. Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Carpenter, Don Johnson, Udo Kier. Udo Kier, funky actor, of course, Blood for Dracula, Flesh for Frankenstein. He has done other stuff right here. Basically, this con man and Vince Vaughn. I love this fucking film. He basically is this dude. Of course, he's bald. He looks good bald. He has this like cross in the back of his head. He was working for this mechanic type place or this tow type place. They have to let him go, so he has to go back to. There's a scene where he finds out that his wife has been cheating on him, and that he gets pissed off just because he realizes that he just got let go. He sees her in the car, takes her out of the car, tells her to go inside, and then he goes to work on this car like I've never seen anybody go to work on a car. He breaks the window. He breaks the front headlight. He goes off on this. And then he just basically goes, going to make this right. I'll take care of everything. It goes to like, I forget how many months later, he has this nice house because he goes back for working for this piece of shit dude, in my opinion, where he promised her that he wouldn't go back and work for him, but he does. He basically has to go do this smuggling thing for this drug dealer, I believe it is. They get set up and ambushed by the police. He survives it with one of the members and stuff like that too. That's a cool kind of scene because he tries to help him out and shit like that because they're all firing back at him and stuff like that. That's a good scene. He could have stayed hidden, but he didn't. He ends up going to jail, goes to prison, and then he has to he figures out well, first off, he's trying just to get through this whole thing, not naming names, and then Tier's character comes to him and says, you have to take out this one dude in this cell block 99 in this other prison, basically Supermax, and take him out. If not, then this abortionist is going to force an abortion on your wife, his wife happens to be pregnant. So very bad timing for this, played by Miss Carpenter there. The way he describes it, and that's when the shit hits the fan. So he's going by hook or by crook to get to this place. It's very good. With one of the guards, he basically beats the living hell out of this dude. He breaks his arm, really breaks his arm, and he does some shit in the Supermax. Basically, ends up going there. Don Johnson's character runs that place. Great casting choice by them. He's also in another film we're going to talk about, and he says, yeah, you can't do this in here. It's a Supermax, a dirty fucking prison. Very, very bad. And it's very crazy. There's a scene where He gets like an hour in the yard. All these dudes are working out and stuff like that too. He talks to this other inmate saying, you don't want to mess with anybody here. He's like going, I'm going to go work out over there with those guys. He's like, don't do it. They're crazy. He's like, I am crazy or something like that. I do crazy. He goes over there. He basically beats the fuck out of all of them. Worst comes to worst comes to worst. It's a great film. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars in a heart. Of course I did. It's a great film. Got to thank Brad again for introducing to us of this masterpiece of a film. The ending was like so. I do like it. It's pretty gory. There's some
special effects though on the ending.
Yeah,
really sucks. I mean, you have to be able to forgive that because they obviously didn't have the budget for it or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's like a one scene to the next.
Yeah.
So it's like, there is a good scene. I'll talk about it. He takes one of the dudes and he stomps on his face, stomps on it, like almost curb stomps on it and drags it across the floor. I'm like, damn. Vince Vaughn is a savage, a big actor, a big dude. So yeah, this is the parts that he's kind of meant for, in my opinion. All around great actor, great film. Highly recommend it. That's a Brawl in Cell Block 99. I am tempted to get that Steelbook, but I don't want to pay up the wazoo to get it. But it's a great release. Definitely recommend it.
And that's also a 4K for everybody who wants to know. That one, for some reason, sells really cheap. The 4K sells like really cheap. Sometimes you can get it for like under $6.
Yeah, it's just because it's like a lot of it's just, and the Steelbook is just the same as the 4K Blu-ray. It's kind of the same type of style. It is really nice. Basically, the picture that I showed is what the Steelbook looks like. It's a nice looking Steelbook. I'll give it that. So next up, of course, is this one. We talked about this film, something geeky with Jeff and stuff like that. That's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Like I say, great Spider-Man films. I love all the Spider-Man films for what they are. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. It gets dark pretty quickly. I didn't think it'd go to certain parts like that. But it's a very good film. I believe we've all seen that. Highly recommended. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a fun one. Nicolas Cage does one of the voices in here, which is fucking great. But yeah, that's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
And I think it's on Netflix or something right now.
Yeah. Let's see here. This one, saw this on Tubi. It's not called this. It's called something else. But The Girl Who Knew Too Much. It's a lot of people consider this the first Giallo. John Saxton is in here. Basically, it's this tourist visiting. I think it's her aunt or grandmother, something like that. This old lady, like, taking care of her. She dies in a trippy scene. And then something happens where she's out there and she witnesses a crime or a murder. And then all this stuff goes on and stuff like that too. It's very Alfred Hitchcockian. Of course, this is direct. What was that?
Adam West?
No, that's John Saxton. This is a bad kind of picture of him. It's John Saxton. But like I say, a lot of people consider this the first Giallo. Of course, from the master Mario Bava. He did this in 1963. We get his masterpiece in Blood Black Lace in 1964. It's a whodunit type of a scene. This is a classic. Again, it's under another name on Tubi. And then I'm like going, wait a minute, and I was taught to gasp. It's done in black and white. It's a good one. This is dubbed there, guys, so you can watch it like that. She's a crime writer and stuff like that. Really trippy scenes in here. It's definitely whodunit. I do like it a lot. But yeah, that's a
called The Evil Eye.
Was that
The Evil Eye?
The Evil Eye? Yep. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, and when I started to watch it and I see John Saxton's character, rest in peace. Yeah, he was in a great actor. Yeah, Bava put him in this and stuff too, so he's part of the first Giallo. A lot of people consider it the first Giallo. So definitely visiting hours. Behind the Sightings, I would this got a 1 and I gave this 1.5 stars. It's a found footage clown film. There's better than this out there. That's all I'm going to kind of say about that. It is like an independent time found footage film. I've mentioned it before. 3/4 of found footage films are bad because we see so damn many of them. It's the same premise over and over and over again. But, you could do without watching that one. Next up, Demons 2. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. I like this a little better than the first. This one, like the first Demons, but this one takes place in an apartment. There's a party going on and all this other stuff too. Almost the same stuff that goes on in this film goes on in the first, except it takes place in an apartment. There's this film being played on the TV. This demon comes out through the TV. Really good practical effects in here. There is a little puppet demon baby type of a thing in here, which is hilarious. I love Demons too. A very young Asia Argento being dubbed over. But I like the ending to this too. Like it a little bit better. But Demons 2 was a fun time, directed by Umberto Bava. Haven't seen this? Check it out. It's a great one. Asia Argento, Bobby Rhodes, I know who that is. A lot of these characters I do recognize, but it's a good one for what it is. But that's Dario Argento presents Umberto Bava's Demons 2. So these are probably Umberto Bava's best films. Chat may need to correct me on that, but definitely recommend that one. Seen a Brit prison on some Tom Hardy. A guy was kicked out 120 prisons. I've heard of that one. Yeah, Tom Hardy's a great actor. Definitely have to check this out. Yeah, The Evil Eyes, the U.S. cut. It got more comedy, but watch the Italian version. Yeah, just the ending of that. They're like on a ski lift looking thing, and something happens on there. So it's like crazy. Demons 2, great soundtrack as that little gremlin creature. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's actually quite funny. Quite disturbing. It's like acid blood goes through the floors and stuff like that and like knocks out all power in the hotel. That was a good kind of way of doing that. Demons 1 and 2 on YouTube. Chris liked too. Yeah, absolutely. Demons 2 link above. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, Darren, that was so funny. Yeah. So it's definitely great stuff there. All right. Next up, the other one from the same director, Dragged Across Concrete. 4 out of 5 stars and a heart.
I really like this movie.
It's a great film. All-star cast in here. Mel Gibson, Vince Vaughn, Tori Kittles, Michael J. White. I forgot that was him. Jennifer Carpenter, who's only in there for like a little bit. Don Johnson, Udo Kier again. So the same type of characters. Jordan Ashley Olsen. It's very basically 2 different stories. I like that when it's 2 different stories here. It follows these. You can call them these 2 brothers that are trying to make it big. They need a big payday, and also these 2, you can say, not corrupt cops, but that police officers that do. It's like a botched raid of a house. Something happens where Don Johnson plays the chief police, and he has to suspend him, I think. And then Mel Gibson's character. This is a good part by him. He's been a good actor in everything I've seen him play. Anyway, and basically, he says, I have to. The woman who plays his wife is very funny. She's like, we have to get out of here and stuff like that because she's hurt, right, Caveman? What does she have? she has some type of sickness because she can't walk like fully. She has to have crutches and stuff like that. So he's basically the breadwinner here. The daughter's kind of getting bullied a bit and stuff like that too. He wants to kind of get him out of that situation, and then he has to go down and do some dirty stuff. He goes to Trier's character, I believe it's him, says, "I need something here. Like pull up something for me and to help me out here." He basically does. It's in the process of this, Miss Carpenter's character plays this like bank teller who has a child, and she's going through this like panic attack thing where she doesn't want to go back to her job in this bank. And that's kind of a funny scene. So she finally goes. She gets this introduction. Oh, it's so great to have you back, all this other stuff. And then that's when this robbery happens and all this other stuff happens. I do like the ending to this. It's a good thriller. A lot of stuff happening in this film. This is Dragged Across Concrete. Again, from the same director. I highly recommend it. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, it doesn't focus too much on the daughter though.
It doesn't.
It's mainly they're trying to, they're crooked cops trying to cash in to be able to pay for stuff.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn's character is proposing to his girlfriend. You realize the girlfriend is a lot smarter than he is. She even tells him that. And he doesn't want to get in like trouble. Like when he's getting ready to do this job and stuff like that, he's like, what are we doing? Are we going to do this? So he plays that apprehensive person. I like the conversations between the two. Those two characters go together quite well. A lot of this kind of stuff happens with him. It's a fun one. Yeah. Brad says it right. Yeah, she has MS. Thank you. Yeah, it's like really just gets down to that point. It's a good gritty thriller. I like the ending from it. Yeah, Michael Jamal White, a.k.a. Spawn's character playing this brother. These two brothers trying to we want this payday, man. We just want to be good. The other character, his brother, has was it his nephew? I think it is. No, it's his little brother, right? Who is in a wheelchair. He wants to give him a better life and give the mom a better life. Who's prostituting and all this other stuff too. It's pretty good story all the way around. But yeah, that's Dragged Across Concrete. Next up, Baron Blood from Mario Bava. This is a gothic slasher from the master. This was done in 1972. I watched Tubi has a very bad version of this. If you have Shudder, watch it on there. The one on Tubi looks like it's cut off of the VHS. Very disappointing, but that's what the killer looks like. Basically, it's a gothic type slasher. This man comes to visit this mansion where his ancestor was this Baron that they called Baron Blood, who tortured people. He tortured this witch to death, so she put a curse on him. Basically, they do the seance a little bit with the ceremony that brings the killer back to life. A lot of stuff happens. I really like it. I think it's a fun gothic one from Mario Bava. It's definitely different. I don't think this gets talked about a lot, but yeah, that's Baron Blood. Not a lot I can talk about with this. I remember I did a Mario Monday on him. But yeah, I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. But yeah, that's Baron Blood. Like I say, it is on Shudder. If you want to check out like certain catalog titles from the great Mario Bava, check this out. This is done in the 70s, so definitely different. Okay, let's see. Baron Blood.
There's also one it's streaming on Shock Factory on Prime. And then AMC Plus. I don't know if that's got a better version of it or not.
Next up, Lisa and the Devil. So this might be a lot of people. A lot of people love Lisa and the Devil, as do I. A lot of people say this is Mario Bava's best film. It's up there. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. Basically, this tourist named Lisa. It's a trip. She ends up basically seeing this painting on this wall of basically the devil that looks like Telly Savalas' character. I did mention that through this, this is the first time you'll see Tony Savalas using the lollipops and stuff like that, which he later used in the Kojak series that he did. This is the first time you see that though from him, because he didn't use that in his other films before this.
Keep it.
It's basically Lisa's a tourist in an ancient city. When she gets lost, she finds an old mansion in which to shelter. Soon she is sucked into a vortex of deception, debauchery, and evil, presided over by housekeeper Leandre. Yeah, played by Telly Savalas, who has this mannequin-looking doll. It's very good. It's hard to explain. It's a gothic. It is one of Bava's best films, in my opinion. It's very good. I highly recommend this to anybody who has. If you want to watch anything Mario Bava, Lisa and the Devil would definitely be one of them. Like I say, 4 out of 5 stars and a heart. Definitely worth it.
I posted the Bear and Blood. It is streaming on YouTube for free.
Nice.
But I don't know if it will work for Russell in Canada.
Find out. Another found footage film, Hell House LLC Origins. I do like the Hell House LLC found footage franchise, other than the third one. The third one is hot garbage. This one's a little bit better. I just didn't like it as much as everybody else did. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars and a heart. It does have some good found footage type kills in here. They bring the clowns back. They bring back the main storyline of the whole thing. Yeah, this is on Shudder. I would check it out. It's fun if you just want a popcorn found footage film. That's Hell House LLC Origins. I'll discuss this on the Something Freaky. Hitcher in the Dark, 1989, directed by Umberto Lenzi. This has Joe Below and Josie Bassett from Melrose Place. And you see her full frontal for a little bit. Basically, he's a serial killer going around in his motorhome, and he picks up these girls. Another one who has mommy issues. He picks up Josie Bassett's character and abducts her. And it's a good film. It's a little bit of a slow burn. I do like it, but Umberto Lenzi did state that he wanted a better ending. For this like that, they went with another ending, and so it could have ended a little bit better for me. So, but I do like it. But that's this version called The Return of the Hitcher, because it was considered like a sequel to The Hitcher, but it's different in that aspect. It's different a lot. But I do like it. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. I will discuss it more in the Something Freaky. But yeah, that's Hitcher in the Dark from 1989. So later Lenzi type of film. I have the Vinegar Syndrome release of that. There we go. That's it. From what I all watched in the month of art of March. Yeesh. So
Yeah, I'm looking up Picture in the Dark real quick to see.
aka The Torture Chamber of Bear and Blood, both on YouTube. Okay. Bear and Blood has a good Arrow Blu-ray. Love the gothic atmosphere of the castle. Not for everyone, though. True, not for everybody. Because that's what Mario more was. He's more for the gothic atmosphere. Because Mario Bava, it'd be like a gothic atmosphere of some castle or some elaborate type of thing. Releasing the Devil is Bava's underrated film. I love the House of Exorcism cut, which rips off The Exorcist. It's unintentionally hilarious. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The ending is a trip. You probably like that film, Caveman, if you haven't seen it.
And then this one is the last one I just posted is Hitcher in the Dark.
Yeah, Hitcher in the Dark. Yeah. It's the Vinegar Syndrome release that I have and stuff like that. It's a good release. They have an archival interview with Umberto Lenzi. He passed away like a few years ago. But good archival interview with him talking about the film. Hitcher in the Dark, I like a lot. I do agree. Yeah, though on the ending, yeah, it is. It's a little bit of a slow burn to me. Some spots seem kind of slower than they should have been, but it's a good psychological thriller too in that aspect. So I like that one a lot. And yeah, everybody, that's it for what I watched in the month of March. So here's my physical media stack here. What I watched in March. So I am keeping busy with that, watching these films, keeping my options always open for these great films, and finally watching what I have in my collection. So that's what the streams I do with Caveman and Jeffrey, the streams that I do with Agoraphobe and Sean. That's why I kind of do this, is to love these, watch these films that I love and just want to check out. So
yeah, I'll try to post that link again for where to vote for YouTuber of the month. Make sure you go vote.
Yeah, go vote. Great nominees in there. Vote for anybody that you want. It's just cool just to open the door to these great YouTubers and the great content that they do and stuff like that, and just get the word out. This great community. And yeah, expect Found Footage Friday tomorrow. I'm going to watch it tonight. I've seen it before, but As Above, So Below. So expect that Found Footage Friday to pop open. Slasher Saturday is going to be Jack's Back with James Spader. And then expect a Slasher stream with Darren towards the end of this month. Also expect something freaky with the horror gents towards the end of this month as well. And just future content, of course, with the Something Geeky with my boy Caveman over there and John Doe Juggalo, a.k.a. Jeffrey. We are still going to be doing that. Of course we are, because we love everything geeky. We love everything freaky. I'm Chris C., the Slasher Dude, and that is
Caveman.
You all are awesome. Thank you all very, very much for joining. And we will see you all next time. You all have a great day. Slash the like, sleeping bag to subscribe. And rest in peace to a great actor, Louis Gossett Jr.
Yep. Go vote.
Go vote.
Put your toes on the edge of that chalk line. I said, put your toes on the edge of the chalk line, you slimy worm. 10, punch! I don't believe what I'm seeing. Where you been all your lives? At an orgy? Listening to Mick Jagger music and bad-mouthing your country, I'll bet. You better stop eyeballing me, boy. You're not worthy enough to look your superiors in the eye. Use your peripheral vision. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, every time I say understand, I want the whole group to say, yes, sir. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I know why most of you are here. We're not stupid. Before you get to sell what we teach you over at United Airlines, you got to give the Navy 6 years of your life, sweet pea. Lots of things can happen in 6 years. Another war can come up in 6 years. And if you're too peaceful a person to dump napalm on an enemy village where there might be women and children, I'm gonna find that out. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.